You have land in a prime area. You do not have the money, you do not have the expertise, but you really want it developed. Did you know that you can develop an apartment like this or a hotel like this without spending even a shilling and still retain your land and have shares within the project? Today, we talk about joint ventures. Let's learn. Joint venture projects are for people like you who are land rich but cash poor. So someone like you who needs cash flow. So what happens? A joint venture basically is a partnership between a landowner and a developer or a financier to develop a project on your piece of land, and then you can share out the profits. So with joint venture projects, or famously known as JVs, you provide the land, then the financier or the developer provides the expertise and the funds to develop the project. So it's a win-win situation for both of you. At the end of the day, you end up sharing the profits, or in some cases, you can end up sharing part of the units within, if you're doing an apartment, for instance. Did you know that most of the apartments you see in Kilimani, Kileleshwa, those 15-floor apartments are built using joint venture method? Now you know. So JVs for a landowner is like exchanging equity for the value of the land. Now let's talk about how JVs actually work. JVs can be structured in a few ways. Number one, land for units. So in this case, you agree to give out your land, the developer builds on it, and once the developer is done, the value of your land is converted into a share of the project. So you will be given a number of units, it could be 10, it could be 20, and then you can choose to sell, rent, retain, whatever you want to do with those units. Number two, profit sharing. In this case, you agree with the developer that you give your land, the project is built to completion on it, the apartments are sold, even if it's an hotel, it's sold, and then you share the profits depending on the value of your land. And lastly, hybrid arrangements. In this case, once the value of your land has been established, you can choose part of it to act as a share within the project. So you're given a bit of a small number of units, and then the rest are sold and you're given part of the profits. Now, let's talk about the steps. How exactly do you go about this? Where do you start? So the first step is initial approach and feasibility. So either the landowner or the developer or financier can approach one another. They would discuss on what they intend to do on their land. Then the financier or the developer would do a feasibility study. So they'll visit the land, look at the viability, look at the costs involved, look at if the project would work. Step number two, a proposal. The developer would then produce a proposal of what is intended to be on that land. Be it a gated community, be it an apartment, be it a hotel, whatever it is, they would prepare that proposal. What would that proposal involve? The design, the timelines, the profits, the BQ, which will tell you how much you'll spend on the project, and basically everything regarding the project. Step number three, legalese and due diligence. The third thing which you need to do is both from the developer or financial side and from the landowner side, you need to do your due diligence. So you need, on the developer side, you need to check what is the state of the land, if the land has any cases, if the land rates have been paid, the survey plan, everything. On the landowner side, you need to check the track record of the developer. You need to check that the developer has no cases. And number three, you need to check that the developer is not bankrupt. Step number four, lawyers from both the landowner side and the developer side would jointly produce something called a joint venture agreement. So this agreement would highlight exit clauses, would highlight the contributions of everyone, basically everything to protect both sides. After that, a next important thing is that you'd need to register, both of you would need to register something called a special purpose vehicle liability company. So this is a company that will now take ownership of the entire project, including the land and the development to be built. This is to protect, again, both of you, so that none loses. The developer does not lose their money and the landowner does not lose their land. Step number 7 is that you as the landowner now need to transfer the ownership of the land into the special purpose vehicle liability company, limited liability company. And then after that, now the project can go for approvals. The project can now be constructed, and then you can do your marketing, sell the project, share out the profits as agreed, then the special purpose vehicle company can now be closed and the JV is done. So if you are to get into a joint venture, what legal documents are very necessary? Number one, a joint venture agreement. Very important to protect you. Number two, land ownership documents. This is both important to you as the landowner and to the developer. Number three, value of the land. So you have to make sure that a valuation report is done to determine the actual value of the land. Number four, power of attorney. If you are abroad, if you are in the diaspora, and you can't avail yourself to sign the documents by yourself, you need to appoint someone through the power of attorney to stand in for you. Number five, approvals. You need to get all your approvals correct, from the county government to the National Construction Authority to the National Environmental Management Authority. Everything has to be clear. Number eight, the special purpose vehicle. So you need to register a company that will handle all the businesses of during the entire project. And then also, you need to have a clear CR12 listing down the directors. Next, you need to have an agreement with the consultants, that is the architect, the structural engineer, the mechanical engineer, electrical engineer, and the quantity surveyor. Lastly, you need to have an all-risk insurance, just in case anything goes south while the project is being built, you are safe. So what are the benefits of a JV to you as the landowner? Number one, you retain your land but still spend nothing while the entire development is being brought up. Number two, you get a quality development, especially if you are getting a couple of units. Number three, you have your passive income. And lastly, you learn on the job. So the next time you're doing your own development, it's easier to build and you can actually do faster sales on your own development. But is it all roses? What are the risks? Number one, a wrong partner, whether a landowner or a developer. What's the solution? Do your due diligence. Number two, weak contracts. How do you circumvent this? Simply get an experienced real estate lawyer. Number three, land loss. Once you transfer your land to the SPV, you lose it. What's the solution for this? Stagger the land transfer. Number four, project delays. With this, just ensure that you get a competent team to handle the project and also have a miscellaneous cost that is attached to the project. Lastly, bankruptcy. So with bankruptcy, the best way is that you ensure that you have an exit clause within your contract so that just in case something goes wrong, you can exit the project. What are some successful joint venture agreements that worked? Number one, Zaria Village, Kiambu. Number two, the Two Rivers Mall. Number three, most of the apartments you see in Kilimani and Kileleshwa. So would you consider doing a joint venture agreement the next time you want to develop your land? Tell us in the comments. Like, follow, share for more smart building tips.